Two iconic Canadian cities, one massive decision, Toronto versus Vancouver, which city truly comes out on top? On the left, Toronto, Canada's financial powerhouse. And on the right, Vancouver, where natural beauty meets urban living. Let's skip the stereotypes and see how they really compare. Each category earns points, and by the end, you'll know exactly which city has the edge. The winner might just surprise you. A quick roadmap before we get carried away, here's how we're gonna break it down. First, cost of living, then the housing market, career and income, transportation, safety and crime, lifestyle and amenities, and finally, who each city is actually for. Alright, that's our mind map, let's start diving in. Okay, first up, cost of living. Toronto, despite what you've heard, it's actually a bit more affordable than Vancouver. Average rent for a one-bed is just over $2,000 a month, and the regular stuff, groceries, coffee runs, they don't sting quite as bad. Sure, it's still pricey, hello, this is not Montreal prices, but overall, Toronto's wallet impact is just lighter. Now, Vancouver, brace yourself, it's literally the most expensive city in Canada. So, a one-bedroom will set you back even more, everyday stuff costs more, and honestly, unless you've got a tech salary, ouch. Verdict? Cost of living is where Toronto wins. Sorry Vancouver, not everyone's got a movie star budget. Housing market time? Toronto is, well, it's sprawling, lots of room to grow, surrounded by farmland, and there's this variety in housing that's pretty cool. But it's had some hiccups lately, like prices dropping and sales not exactly popping off. Vancouver, on the other hand, it's a different beast. The market here is way more solid, prices haven't dipped as hard and people are still buying by a lot, but the city's kind of boxed in by literal mountains and prices are, even higher. So even though you're paying more for less space, Vancouver's got a housing market that's not falling apart. In this round, Vancouver actually comes out on top. Now let's talk careers and incomes. Toronto is basically Canada's money magnet, think Wall Street crossed with creative hustle. Finance, tech, healthcare, media, you name it, you got it. Median incomes are a smidge higher than Vancouver, tons of big offices, but yeah, it's competitive. Vancouver's got this whole tech and arts energy, solid incomes too, blossoming industries in film and media. It's a bit less diverse job-wise, but for creatives and tech folks, pretty great. So honestly, it's a tie here. Both cities can pad your bank account, it's just about which flavor you prefer. Oh, and here's something cool. Toronto is nearly 3 million people strong, the biggest city in Canada. Vancouver, just under 700,000 living in the city proper. Wild, right? The scale is totally different. Coming up, transportation. Toronto has this massive transit system. Seriously, it covers the whole greater Toronto area pretty well. It's not cheap, but you get a lot for your money and connectivity is actually impressive. Vancouver, the transit is good, especially if you're sticking close to the core, and it's a bit less expensive depending on your zone. Plus, those scenic routes, wow, but the whole mountain thing kinda boxes in how far the system can really go. So for overall reach and utility, Toronto gets the gold for getting around town. Alright, let's talk safety. Toronto's stats are, well, actually super reassuring for a city its size, lower rates of homicide, robbery, break-ins compared to Vancouver. Of course, it's still a big city, so use common sense. Vancouver is safe, especially for urban North America, and you have those outdoorsy neighborhoods and beautiful parks. But the numbers don't lie, Toronto edges Vancouver out for lower crime. Gotta give this one to Toronto. Now, for all you lifestyle seekers, if you want city excitement, festivals, nightlife that never ends, Toronto is your playground. Culture, events, every food you can dream of, it's dense, urban, and totally buzzing. But if you even remotely love hiking, skiing, or the idea of paddling in the Pacific before brunch, Vancouver is hands down unbeatable. The views are wild, outdoor sports are everywhere, and that chill, work-life balanced feeling is the real deal. Yup, in this category, Vancouver blows the competition away. Let's get personal. Who actually fits in where? Toronto is for all the career climbers, corporate go-getters, anyone who loves the rush of a big, ambitious city. It's expensive, but you get tons of opportunity. Vancouver. Picture nature lovers, digital creatives, tech geeks, or anyone obsessed with daily mountain backdrops. Higher housing costs mean you need a strong income, but the lifestyle, top tier. Both really shine for specific personalities, so honestly, it's a tie. So, if you were to throw all these categories on a radar chart, you'd see Toronto's edge on cost, transit, and safety, with Vancouver shining in lifestyle and the housing market. Some categories are neck and neck, so this is not a blowout, more like a really close playoff game. So my honest take, if you want career growth, city buzz, and generally a safer, more affordable place to build your life, Toronto is your move. But if your soul craves mountains, chill vibes, and you're cool with higher prices for that premium lifestyle, Vancouver is calling your name. Both are amazing, just pick your vibe. If you found this helpful, seriously, share it with your friends who can't decide where to move in Canada. Save them days of scrolling, trust me.